Almost done with my coffee. Oh, actually, I think I am done with my coffee. That was the last drink. One of the biggest issues we've got here in Tillamook is police corruption and law enforcement corruption. We got a lot of people out here on the streets that are on drugs. I'm not going to pretend there ain't. But there's also a lot of people in houses on drugs, and these drugs on the streets are coming from people in houses. Meanwhile, there's people like me that don't do drugs, but we still gotta take the abuse. Because of your assumptions. Your belief that everybody on the streets must be on drugs, must be a druggie. I mean, hell, that's how the news paints us, isn't it? And you can hear it in their choice words. How they'll change the words around just a little bit when they commit a crime against you. They'll tell you it's not illegal. But if you do it, I bet you it's illegal. And that's one of the worst things going on right now. Basically, anybody who's homeless is given the mentally ill tag, thrown away like they're trash. They're not heard, and police disrespect them and then send them on to mental health, who ignores their issues and abuses them for financial gain. And that harms all of us. When it comes to protecting our families and our loved ones, it would be nice if we could trust law enforcement. And so many times I've gone to law enforcement to try to get help, only to be shown time and again why you can't. Women have it way easier as far as getting help, and even they are denied horribly out here. Then we've got situations like, well, the situation with Officer Reeves harassing one of the witnesses of the assault against that 14-year-old girl by Deputy Reeves. It's horrible. Anyway, I figured I had to start this video because there's a state patrolman that pulled up next to me, just in case he had any sort of issue. I wasn't looking for an issue, but I've always got to look out. I've always got to watch my ass. A lot of women got involved in this situation. Wanted to swear up and down that they cared, that they were going to help me. But then, of course, we get to see how long that takes. Yeah, when she says she's gonna, she doesn't mean she's gonna mow the lawn this weekend. She's not gonna mow the lawn this weekend. That's your job. So she's gonna tell you to mow the lawn because it's your job. Yeah, thanks for the help. How would you help a woman who's being abused? That's right. That's the help that a man who's being abused needs as well. With a woman, she doesn't even bother to find out if it's true or not with another woman. With a man, she wants irrefutable proof, and then she'll refuse to look at it. Why is this? Why do we have to be afraid of the police in the United States of America? Especially if we're broke. Especially if we're male. And we have police officers who torture people. And then because instead of calling it torture, they call it pain compliance. Somehow it's magically okay now, huh? If you take away the term disabled, you say, oh, they're not disabled, they're mentally ill. They're not heard. and their rights as a disabled person are denied. The whole point in that terminology is to discredit the victim, to discredit people that don't matter in this country, but are expected to contribute more than anyone else. That's right, we work until we can't anymore. We work ourselves to the bone. And then you pretend like we just never tried. Like after we got injured, it was our fault that we got injured because we just never tried. Do people bother to listen to this crap? Do they try applying it to their own lives, to their own situations? Local law enforcement works together with other local law enforcement. So when one of them does something screwed up, the other ones are just going to believe them and go right along with it. Even if they don't believe them, they're still going to go right along with it. Sorry, folks. I mean, raw, I'm a big scary bear. Anyway, I gotta drive down to Tillamook Sporting Goods. I do plan on trying to spend tomorrow trying to make some gas money. I gotta put what I've got in my pocket in for gas. I gotta try to come up with enough money to pay off my fine on Monday. And then, well, it's just one endless goddamn thing after another. I gotta try to come up with money to pay somebody. Not that I can find anybody to fucking help me, but I gotta find money to pay somebody to help me for the stuff that I already paid people to help me with. It's nuts. I'm told, hey man, you should get better friends. Like, I don't have any friends. See, that's what happens when you're a homeless male. People pretend to care about you when they can get something out of you. When you really need help, they're not going to even try to help you to turn it in. Ever. They're going to give you excuse after excuse after excuse. This is what's getting us killed. Your complacency. Anyway, I gotta go down to Tillamook Sporting Goods. Hopefully maybe I'll panhandle them youngins again. I'm broke. I'm always broke. I'm always spending my money to try to get help. I need someone to take a look at the goddamn situations that I've been in. Why was I abused over and over and over again until my resources were taken away? Why? Oh yeah, because I didn't have a single goddamn friend that would fucking stop playing retarded and actually fucking help. It was a matter of fucking goddamn entertainment. By the way, fuck this goddamn country and everyone in it. I've fought for many years to try to get assisted termination of life legal for people like me. At-risk adults who are just gonna be abused no matter what. Fucking my goddamn parents didn't give a fuck, and they proved that the whole time. They never tried, not once ever, did either one of my parents try to help me how I needed. Ever, my entire life. What they cared about is what other people thought, just like the rest of you. Just like Candace Bondurant, just like Teresa Orn, just like Shannon Alvarado. What is it with these drunk women wanting to get a hold of me when they're fucking drunk and fucking treat me like shit and then pretend that that was help? Oh, hell no. Ain't none of y'all good people. There is no woman in America who gives a shit about a man being abused. Not one. How many women in this goddamn country, out of all of the women who pretended to fucking give a shit, how many of these goddamn women ever actually helped to turn it in? The answer is none. None, as in zero. As in not one ever made a fucking effort. They claimed they would, but then didn't. And you know what's horrible? Is that it's not just women. Men did the same thing. The women, for the most part, started off making excuses. I told them to go away. I told anybody who made excuses to look away, to just go away. With Caitlin Tatum, after 6 years of fucking bullshit, I told her to go away, and that's when she finally wanted to pretend like she was going to help me to turn it in, but she didn't. She didn't try. She didn't go to her boss and try to figure out how to fucking draw it out as long as goddamn possible. No, you don't get to fucking send me to goddamn mental health every time somebody fucking harms me, you pieces of shit. And when I say fuck this goddamn country, what I mean is fuck this goddamn country. I'm disgusted by this country. I'm disgusted by the people in it. I'm disgusted by the fact that I have to share it with people who truly don't share it with anyone else. Why do I have to share with people who aren't sharing with me? Why am I busting my ass for people who get to live in a fucking house? Get to have fucking families. Meanwhile, every goddamn thing that I bust my ass for is fucking stolen from me, and there's not a goddamn thing I can do about it, because I have a dick! And so yes, absolutely, I say fuck this goddamn country, and everyone in it. There is no reason for treating me the way that people have treated me. And those of you who want to point out that sometimes people do nice things, I want you to take a look at who's doing what's supposed to be done legally. Huh? Who has tried that other than me? Did police officers do their jobs as mandated reporters? No, the fuck they didn't. Not at any point in time did they ever make any sort of an effort. Not here, not Hood River, not Colorado, not Nebraska. No, 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 no. When you're homeless, you're not a human being. You're a fucking number. I see the junkies out here getting all fucked up and making things bad for everybody. It's not just junkies on the streets, just so you know. Also, these drugs aren't coming from people on the streets. They're coming from people in houses. None of these hobos have a place to fucking manufacture those drugs. If they do, it's somebody else's place. Meanwhile, the sheer quantity of bodies everywhere. Nationwide, this shit's nastified. Corpse after corpse after corpse popping up. Goddamn fentanyl. People trying to fucking murder each other with fentanyl. What the fuck is wrong with you idiots? This shit's not fucking okay. I don't trust the police because the police have shown me in 42 years of life that there is no police officer that can be trusted if you have a dick. You might get lucky and have a family that gives a shit about you. But if you're poor, chances are you probably don't have a family that actually gives a shit about you. That's one of the things about being poor. Most people who are poor, it's poorer because they can't work together. I've seen a lot of poor families that didn't remain poor. And they didn't remain poor because they worked together. Families are supposed to stick together and look out for one another, right? When could I ever expect that out of my family? In between them molesting each other, raping each other, fucking getting all fucked up on drugs and alcohol. Yeah, God bless America and all that. All these people who claim to care about me, they just wanted to rush me through it and talk about themselves. Anytime I was trying to talk about the situation I'm dealing with, they get bored rapidly. Meanwhile, nobody stops to understand that I'm constantly moving around from one place to another because that's what you fucking tell me I have to do to get your help. But do you ever actually help? No, you make empty goddamn promises. And then you pretend that I'm able-bodied and able to take care of myself the way I was able to before. No, that's not the fucking way it works. You don't go through abuse like this and then magically be okay. The fact that so many people wanted to expect that out of me is just fucking gross. Natalie Bollinger is not the only corpse that was made out of all this situation. Anna Hunka's dead. Rory Jepson's dead. Tim Cossack's dead. Tommy Gallia's dead. Morgan Burns is dead. Tommy Allen III is dead. It's a lot of dead people. I didn't know Tibor Tay, but he's dead too, and so's Dmitry Shankling. Brian Farmer's dead. That was a long time ago, though. Him and Jared Wallace. A guy I knew named Dino stabbed them both to death. I like Dino. Dino is in prison now for killing two men who tried to kill him over a girl. That's right. Isn't it always? The only thing more common when it comes to people being murdered, the only thing that's more common than alcohol is women. The majority of the situations where a man kills another man, it's over a woman. The majority of them. This is what we're expected to do, what we're trained to do since birth. We're supposed to protect women and kids. And then we teach women that they're supposed to manipulate the hell out of that. It's horrible. And then, of course, when a woman makes bad decisions, all men are blamed for it. When you get beaten by a man, yeah, sure, you got fooled that one time. That's his fault for beating on you. But when you go back and he beats you again and again and again, that is your fault for being stupid. No matter what the situation. Anyway, I gotta end the video because right now I'm having issues with one of my phones. It doesn't want to do its fucking job. Let me see if I can get it to work. Take me to Tillamook Sporting Goods.
Sure, Tillamook Sporting Goods.
Oh, come on now. Take us to the map. Yeah, it's probably not going to load up. See, that's the thing, is that it takes all of this equipment to do what the fuck I'm asked to do. I still don't have the fucking knowledge to run most of this shit. Is anybody fucking helping me? No, they're talking over me. Fuck it. Fuck this goddamn country and fuck everyone in it. It's a disgusting country to live in. People are two-faced, fake, superficial, and don't give a fuck about anybody but themselves. Once in a while you find somebody who sort of gives a shit about their family. Come on. Yep, it ain't gonna work.